Assalamu alaikum. My name is Gulzar Ahmad. I'm an electrical engineer, hardware designer. Alhamdulillah, I had the opportunity to do Waqf-e-Ardhi 3 times. The first time was due to the encouragements from my parents. I was 18, right out of high school. Before starting university, I spent 2 months at MTA in Baltimore. Second time was after I had kids already, and I went to Haiti with Humanity First after they had their earthquake. That was just an unfortunate event for Haiti, and I wanted to do whatever I could to help. The third time I did Waqf-e-Ardhi was we went to Ecuador. I went with Qaid Saab and another Khadim from our Majlis. That's when MTA Canada started reminding Khuddam about Waqf-e-Ardhi initiative, and we went there for 9 days. So 7 days was for Waqf-e-Ardhi, and then we kept 2 additional days to have a little mini vacation. Alhamdulillah, that trip went very well. Before we left, we looked at the forecast. It was supposed to rain the whole week. We wrote a letter to Hazur for prayers, and Alhamdulillah, when we got there, we did not see a single drop of rain during the day. It rained at night, but the days were sunny. In fact, they were so sunny that after 3-4 days, our skin started peeling off because we were out in the sun 10 hours a day distributing flyers. We went to Quito in Ecuador. That's the capital of Ecuador, and that place was actually very receptive in terms of people were very kind. They took the flyers we gave them, and one interesting thing we saw in them, and they still love their religion, unlike Canada and US. People were still going to churches. People were still showing their love especially to Mary. That was a big thing I felt in Quito. People were drenched in love for Hazrat Maryam, and in Canada you will see people hanging cross in their taxis, but in Ecuador people were hanging figurines of Hazrat Maryam, and in the city of Quito there is even a big statue of Hazrat Maryam that they've put on top of a mountain, so that you can see how much they love Hazrat Maryam in that city. It was right after high school, during Khalifatul Masih Rabi's days. My parents encouraged me to do Waqf-e-Ardhi, and I wrote to Amir Saab. Amir Saab suggested I go to MTA teleport station in Baltimore, which had recently been built. Back in those days, MTA was only airing in North America for 3 days. So what we did was in the morning we recorded the transmissions from UK, and we played them in the evening for the North American audience. So I had, alhamdulillah, I had the opportunity to spend 2 months there. You can see from back in those days to now, alhamdulillah, MTA has come a long way under the guidance of Khalifatul Masih Khamis. And I remember from 3 hours a day transmission to now we have multiple MTA stations, MTA Al Arabiya, MTA Germany. We even have a setup in Canada now, and I believe we're even doing a few shows from Canada. So alhamdulillah, Jamaat is progressing, and it's all blessings of Allah Mian and prayers of Khalifatul Masih. I went to Haiti in 2010. I was part of the second team from Humanity First that went there. Alhamdulillah, that was I guess a very different experience for me. The devastation in Haiti and the work that Humanity First was doing. I was part of the logistics team, so we were helping the doctors as much as we could in food preparation, setup, logistics, anything, communication. But the doctors that went with us and the nurses, alhamdulillah, they were doing great work, and the demand was there, the need was there, and just the devastation was, it was very sad. We did a lot of prayers for those people when we were there. It was just, you could smell, when you walked outside a building which had fallen down, sometimes you could smell bodies. The odor was atrocious. So after my trip to Haiti, I value what we have a lot more. And to be honest, I think I've probably given a bit more to humanity first after that trip. You know, the year after my trip, we went for a family mulaqat with Hazur. And my wife mentioned to Hazur that Hazur basically told me, have you gone to Africa? And my wife mentioned to him that Hazur, he went to Haiti. And at that time, Hazur told me that go to Africa. And inshallah, I am planning on going again, and inshallah to Africa next time. And that's in my head, you know, I really want to go spend some time in Africa because Hazur has requested me. And you know, in terms of Waqf-e-Ardhi, I would encourage everyone. You know, it's a small part of your summer vacation. You know, most of us get a few weeks off every year, and some of our students get a few months off. You know, take a few weeks out of that time, or a few months off of that time. You will not regret it. It's a time that, to be honest, I think that's time well spent.